Hey, how you doing? David Taub here from Epic Guitar Instruction. Hope all is well. Hope you're having a great day. Got a great song lesson for you today. We're going to learn Matchbox 20 Push. Great song to play on the acoustic. It's a lot of fun. It's a great song with some killer dynamics, and we're going to arrange it all for one guitar, and we're going to get you playing it today. That's right, not tomorrow, not next week, next year, today, here at Epic Guitar Instruction. Thanks for joining us. And the first thing with this song is if you listen to it on the original recording, it's in E flat tuning. And I have my guitar tuned to E flat. It's real easy. Basically, you just drop every string down a half a step. So instead of A440, we're in A430. So it's E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, and E flat. That's the tuning. And this way you'll be able to play along with the record, with the original recording. With this song, it's basically 5 parts. There's an intro, which is very similar to the verses, which is the second part. There's a pre-chorus, there's a chorus, right? And then there's a bridge. So those are the basic 5 parts. And then there's an outro, which is the same changes, just strummed a little differently. But it's basically you get those 5 parts of the song, you'll have the whole thing. Now I'm going to do some simplified strum patterns that we're going to be using throughout the song in various parts. And once you get the hang of it, you could vary the strum pattern and kind of mix it up. And I'm going to kind of give you like a bass pattern to kind of get you zoomed off, right? Get you springboarded into the pool, so to speak. And then you could kind of make it your own. But it's a lot of fun, this song, to play. So the song starts with an electric guitar kind of arpeggiating. And we're going to kind of recreate this, but we're going to be using the acoustic. We're going to do more strumming. So the chords to start the song, and this is the chords used in the intro, is G. We'll play the 4-finger G chord. To a D sus2 over F sharp. So basically you're going to play a D sus2 chord and grab the F sharp note, the 2nd fret low E string with your thumb. You get that sound, right? And then it goes to an E minor, to a C major. Let me play the intro for you, and this is what it's going to sound like. Okay, and you do that twice, just like that, and that's the intro, and that takes you right into the first verse. So let me go over the strum, and again, I'll simplify the strum as far as we'll use bits and pieces of it throughout the song. On the G chord, do a down pick first. So you're going to pick that first note and then strum. So a down pick I'll notate as a DP. Will be a down pick, D will be a down strum, U will be an up strum. So we're going to go down, pick, down, up, on the G chord. Down, pick, down, up. And we'll use that strum again in a second. Then, with your thumb, grab that F sharp note and play the D sus2. So you got to lift off your pinky over the F sharp, and we're going to do a down pick on that F sharp. So you get this kind of bass movement, right? You want to hear that movement in the bass line. And on the D over, on the F D sus2 over F sharp, we're going to do a down pick and then do a down, up. And then on the E minor, do the same strum we did on the G chord, which is a down pick, down, up. Put all 3 of those together slow, you get this. And then on the C. Now on the C chord, here's what I'm doing. I'm playing the C, and then I'm striking the top 3 strings, but I'm taking off the first finger. And then hammering down with the first finger on that C note, on that 2nd string, the B string, 1st fret. You want to get that sound. Hammer on and then come off. So you get this with the chord. You're hammering on the chord. So those top 3 strings open, hammer with the first finger, and then just play those top 3 strings open again. So you get this with the C chord. And I'm letting it ring in between because, again, we want to fill this song up. We're going to do some arpeggiating, some strumming, but kind of keep the chords ringing because there's only one guitar. We got to make it nice and full. You're going to play it with down strum, and then down strum again, hammer, on off. off of that first finger. Okay, all together real slow for the intro. And it repeats. All right, and then it goes right into the first verse. And the first verse basically are the same chords, except you're gonna go G, and then the second chord, just play the D sus2. Don't worry about putting the F sharp in the bass. So I just drop that first finger down, and I get that D sus2. Lift off the pinky to E minor to C. We're gonna do that 4 times for the verse. First verse is the same as the second verse. So let me play the first verse for you. And I'm gonna attack the strings a little softer because the vocals are coming in. You don't wanna step on the vocals. And the song has a lot of dynamics. And you'll see later on when it starts to gain energy, we're gonna start to strum fuller and louder. But for the verses, I'd keep it a little quieter. And you play that progression, the G, D sus2, E minor to C 4 times. It'll sound like this. Right, 4 times. The strum pattern I'm doing in the verse on the G chord, on the G car, what's that? On the G chord, down, down, up, down, up. Okay, and then on the D sus2, we're gonna do a down, 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 up. And on the E minor, it's the same as on the G chord, down, down, up, down, up. And on the C, we'll do the same like in the intro. Down. You can do that hammer. If you don't want to do the hammer on, you could just do like a down, 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 up on the C. But I like doing that hammer. It sounds like the recording. So you could pick. You choose. Whatever sounds best to your ears. Here's those strums slow. Right? So the first and third chord, same as the intro, has the same strum pattern. So now you got the intro right into the verses. And then after that, it goes to the pre-chorus. Now the pre-chorus, you're going to play that D sus2 chord again, but this time you're going to play it with an open A string. And that chord is actually a D sus2 over A, slash chord, A in the bass. And another chord in this part, it goes from there to, in this pre-chorus, to a C add 9. Right? And then there'll be a C chord, but we're going to put a G in the bass, so it'll be a C over G. Just grab the C chord like you normally play, but with your pinky, 3rd fret low E string. Get that low G note. And then there's going to be some variation on the D chord. We're going to play a D sus4, which you'll add your pinky to the 3rd fret. High E string, and then if you take off the D chord your 2nd finger, so you have the open E string, that's a D suspended 2nd. And you're going to see those chords again later in the song. D, D sus2, D sus4. All right? So the pre-chorus will sound like this. Now, in the pre-chorus, there's a few guitars going on. We're just going to simplify it, play it for one guitar, and this is when the verse says, oh wait, this ain't over. Just let that chord ring, that D sus2 over A. And then we're going to arpeggiate the top 3 strings. Come right up the high E, B, and G string. Let it ring. Do it twice. Real simple. And then we'll go to that. And let the chord ring out throughout. The C add 9. Same thing. Top 3 strings. Right? So we're just basically strumming and arpeggiating. And again, this is the mellow part of the song. So it does that D sus2 over A, C add 9, then D sus2 over A. Again, remember you're strumming from that A string. You want to get that A in there, that low bass note. Same thing. But this time, you're going to go to that C over G. And then just do some down strums. And let them ring. Okay? And then it's going to go to the D chord, when it just might feel good, when that's the word. Just might feel good. So you go D, D, D sus4, D sus2. So that way you kind of get the best of both worlds. We're arpeggiating, letting it ring, and strumming, and you're capturing the vibe of that. So we have the intro, verse, pre-chorus. Now it picks up a little bit into the chorus. And this is where I want to push you around, right? And that change, it goes from a G to a D sus2 to a D to the C over G to the D sus2 over D again. I'm sorry, to the D sus2, then the D again. It does that 2 times. Then I want to take it for granted part of the chorus. E minor, D sus2, C over G, D sus2 to the D. Sounds like a lot, but it really isn't. I'll play it for you and you'll be like, oh yeah, that's it, right? The I want to push you around will sound like this. It goes back. Actually, it's a little guitar solo there, which is played over the verse changes. So let me explain that chorus section. Think of it in 2 sections. The first part of the chorus is the G, the D sus2 to the D, to the C over G, D sus2 over D, right? I want to push you around. So on the G, down, 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 up. Down, 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 up. To the D sus2, just for 1 downstroke. And then to the D, so just go no D chord with no second finger, then add that second finger. So down on the D sus2, and then a down. Now go to the D chord and another down, and then down, up, down, up. So put those 2 together. To the C over G, down, 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 up. Remember that kind of that first chord and third chord? Same strum patterns, C over G, down, 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 up. And then same thing again on the D sus2 to the D. Down on the D sus2, finger the D chord, down, down, up, down, up. D sus2, D, down, and then down, down, up, down, up. So here's that real slow, that first part of the chorus. Now the second part of the chorus, which is the E minor, the D sus2, C over G, to the D sus2 over D. D sus2 and then D. Now that part, because there's a couple of guitars there, what we're doing is I'm doing that a little muted strumming to kind of change the dynamic a little bit. We're building up the energy. So on the E minor, the D sus2 and the C over G, we're going to do the same pattern. We're going to go down, down, and then kill the chord. And then 4 muted strums, down, up, down, up. And we'll do that on the first 3 chords. So E minor, D sus2, C over G. And then on that D sus2 to D, do the same strum we did in the first part of the chorus. D sus2 just for 1 strum. And actually do that on an up strum because there's a little pause. Up strum. And then down, down, up on the D chord. Slow, that second part of the chorus is this. A little faster. Okay, it's important on that D sus2 you catch it with an upstroke because the down is the pause. So that part a little faster. Here's the both parts together, a little slower than record tempo. You do the first part twice, the second part twice. The second time through, it goes right from the end of this chorus into a little guitar solo and then right back into a verse 2. So here it is a little bit slower than record tempo, the whole chorus. Right into the guitar solo. And hey, I know some of these changes are a little tricky because you got to be moving one finger and pulling up the other. And if you're having, challenges with your chord changing or want to get your chord changing better, I could totally help you with that. Let me send you a free video lesson and an ebook that will just blast your chord changing into the stratosphere. I'll teach you 6 essential chord changing tips, fret hand, because it all starts with that fret hand, tips and techniques that absolute must know to make your chord changing easy and super proficient. The video lesson will also have this killer exercises that will really, really help you along in your journey. And this video lesson is killer. I can't say enough about it. All you have to do is click on that link and I'll even send you a free ebook, which will have all the chords diagrammed out and more lessons on chord changing and so much more. So just click that link. We'll send it to you for free. Video lesson ebook from Epic Guitar Instruction. So if you're just playing this on one guitar, that part where there's the guitar solo, he just plays the verse changes. And I would just do that on the acoustic. You just play the 2 times. Play the G, same strum, D sus2, E minor, to the C. And on the C you could do that down, 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 up, or you could do that, the hammer like we talked about, but 2 times sound like this. Quiet again. That time I was doing it down, 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 up, so you can hear what that sounds like, right? So 2 times there, the guitar solo, and then it goes into the second verse, which is the same as the first verse, same exact changes. Then it goes into the pre-chorus for the second time, and then the chorus for the second time, and those are the exact same as the first time. Then there's a change. It goes to a bridge section, and this bridge section is when he says, "Oh no, now don't bowl me over." Now the chords in the bridge section are an E minor, D sus2 over F sharp, C over G, D, D sus2, D. That's the first time, and he plays those changes 4 times, just a little variation, and I'll explain that. And this is where the song really kind of picks up, and there's a little lick, a little bass kind of lick that we're going to play too to fit in between the changes. Let me play the bridge for you, and then I'll go back and explain it. It'll sound like this. You really see I'm starting to open it up a bit because now we're almost reaching like this high point of this song because we bridge back into a chorus, and there it's going to be wide open and it's really dynamic and loud. Be a really important part of the song, and we can really recreate that on the acoustic. Remember I said kind of go easier on the verses, pre-chorus, maybe a little louder on the first couple pre-choruses. Now we're really going to bust it open, right? So the bridge changes, E minor, this is the first time of 4, down, down, up, down, up. D sus2 over F sharp, down, 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 up. Sound like this. To the C over G, same as the E minor, down, down, up, down, up. And then on the D, hit the D once, then take off that second finger, D sus2 to D. That changed slow. The first time it'll sound like this. Now, second time, same thing on the E minor and on the D sus2 over F sharp. Now, on the C over G, you're just going to hit it once and then stop. And then on the D, once and then stop. And then you're going to play this lick. Okay? And then we're back to the E minor chord. 3 notes. It's A string open, 3rd fret E string, 2nd fret low E string, and then we're back to the open E for the E minor chord. So you kind of get this. As we go back down for the third time. That time it'll sound like this. And then the third time. So let me play the first two times. It'll sound like this. Third time, same as the first time. Right? D sus 2, D. And then the last time, same as the first time, but instead of the D sus 2, a D for the fourth chord, just play that D and open it up. Down, 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 up, down, up. Because we really want to open it back up because it goes back into a chorus. We're near the end of the song. So the last two times will sound like this. And then we go back into a chorus. Now the chorus, again, 2 times on the one change, 2 times on the second set of changes. And again, it's going to be G, D sus 2 to D. Same thing as before, right? C over G, and then D sus 2 to D again. Same thing as before, but we're going to open up the strum a bit more. And you do that 2 times. And E minor, second part, D sus 2, C over G to D this time. And the D we're doing, now this time instead of doing, we did this time we're just going to do full strums. And let me play it for you, this chorus. It'll sound like this. Then it goes to the G chord and we're into the outro. So then the last thing we got is you just take that last chorus into the outro of the song where we're playing the same chords as the intro, but we're doing full strums and loud. Just that G, D sus 2 over F sharp, E minor to C over G. Right? This is where it's really wide open and loud. It sounds like this. Right after that last chord, it ends on a G chord and you just let it ring. And that's the end of the song. And that's it. That's all the parts. We just string those together. Now it sounds like a lot, but it really isn't because you're doing basically a lot of the same strums and it's just the same handful of chords. And can you not play those D sus 2s and D sus 4s and just stay on the D chord? Absolutely you can. It just sounds a little bit more interesting if you add the embellishments of the D sus 2 and the D sus 4. Do you have to play those bass notes on the C over G? Can I just play the C chord? Of course you can. But again, it sounds a little bit more interesting when you have those moving low notes and those suspended notes, right? It just adds that, kind of special sauce, that zazazoo, so to speak. I hope you liked that lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a great lesson in dynamics and how you can kind of go soft on the verses, a little louder on some choruses, louder at the end of the song. Really pull those emotions out, right? Great example of that. Start off slow. If you're having trouble with some of those changes in bass note movement, start out. The song basically is moderately slow, about 84 beats a minute if you're working with a metronome, but start slower and then you can slowly dial it up as you go and get better at it, right? And hey, if you like this lesson, do us a favor, please, and click the thumbs up or the like button. That really helps us. Put a comment in the YouTube comment box, right? Let us know what you want to hear next or how you like this lesson. Let us know what's going on in your guitar journey. That really helps us to keep bringing the content here at Epic Guitar Instruction. And please subscribe to the channel. We'll let you know when we have new lessons coming out. Spread the word about Epic Guitar Instruction. We're going to keep bringing all the best lessons, all genres of music. And Hey, thank you so much for your support. I'm David Taub from Epic Guitar Instruction. Stay tuned because we're going to keep bringing the best lessons possible, all different styles, genres of music, all levels. And don't forget, click on that link below. I'm going to send you that free video lesson and the free ebook. That'll really help you with your chord changing, get them blasted to the next level. It's awesome. So thanks again for joining us. Keep checking back, spread the word, subscribe, all that good stuff. Take care. And remember, your guitar playing is an evolution. And I'll see you in the next lesson.